celebrate this pump, but this could be one of the biggest bull trap, and let me explain why.
99% of traders are watching the wrong Ethereum levels. The next few days could give us a solid pump, but that's not what I'm focused on. What happens after this move could catch almost everyone off guard, and it could decide whether Ethereum continues higher or sets up one of the biggest traps we've seen in weeks. In this video, I'll show you the exact levels I'm watching, why most traders are looking at the wrong charts, and what I'm expecting next. No clickbait, no fluff, just a straight-to-the-point analysis backed by the charts. Make sure you watch until the end, because the final scenario is the one that could save you from making a very expensive mistake. Before we begin, I would really appreciate if you guys hit the like button and subscribe, because lately, views are really low, and it's really hard to survive with peanuts as a content creator. I spend a lot of time and efforts creating this video and share you my honest analysis. So please at least like this video and share it with everyone. And by the way, before we begin with charts, let me clear one thing. My analysis is purely based on charts, although I am confident on my analysis, but any unforeseen events like wars or Trump's tweet can easily invalidate my charts. So for those of you who are following me since a long time, you already know that in July, I am expecting Ethereum to at least reach closer to $2,000. And the reason for that is simple. It reached the oversold zone when the price of ETH was around 1,500-ish, and that was the same time I had given a buy call in our VIP group. So, as long as ETH is above this support level, there is a very high probability of ETH hitting target 1, which is closer to $2,000, and target 2, which is around $2,200 to $2,500. And this move has a very high chances of happening in July itself. And I am saying this because, as you can see here, I has already tapped the oversold zone, and now we are slowly recovering from there. We still have some more room to grow until we reach the overbought zone. So a move towards $2,000 to $2,500 is not something impossible. So let me explain you with the help of Fib indicator. Now this Fib indicator also confirms that ETH has a very high probability of pumping closer to the $2,000 range. Let me explain. As you can see the red circles, whenever ETH price has dropped below the last line and the RSI has reached the oversold zone, ETH has always touched the midline or the final top line. So the midline is the minimum range, and the final top line is the maximum range. So as per this indicator, we can expect a minimum move towards 1,959 and maximum move towards $2,546, which is the top line. But I will suggest you to keep your expectation to the lower side, because if you notice, every time the RSI has dropped to the oversold zone, the price of ETH has just tapped the mid-red line or the line slightly above that line. So if history repeats, we can go minimum closer to $2,000 to $2,200 range. Now let's see what our manual chart says. So another interesting thing I found is that, based on the historic data, whenever ETH has created a lower low and when the RSI has entered the oversold zone, ETH has always made a move of roughly 700 to 800 points based on the last 1-year data. Let me give you an example. In November, ETH made a lower low at $2,600. In next pump, it touched around 3,400-ish. Again, it created a lower low, slightly under 1,716, and it pumped towards 2,452 roughly. Now a similar move has played out, where ETH has dumped and created another low. RSI has also reached the oversold zone, and when this happened, the price of ETH dropped all the way to $1,525. So if we go by the historic data, a 700 to 800 points pump can take us to 2,200-ish to 2,300-ish range, which also matches our weekly resistance range, which is roughly at $2,348 at present. But this is where a lot of people are going to get trapped, because many people are going to celebrate this pump. But this could be one of the biggest bull trap, and let me explain why. Now, as per the 1-year data we have, you can see after every pump there is a crash. As soon as the price of ETH reaches closer to the overbought zone, ETH has always crashed around 1,000 to 1,700 points. So let's assume if we pump towards 2,300-ish And if we calculate a 1,700 to 1,000 point dump, that could take us anywhere between $600 to $1,300. Now don't panic. I personally don't think we are going to dump towards $600 because ETH has broken out the parallel channel. And if you look at the monthly chart, the monthly support sits roughly closer to $1,000. So I personally don't think it's going to fall back inside this channel. Even if it slightly dumps inside, it should quickly pump back above the channel again. So this is the short and quick analysis on what exactly I am expecting. And if you're following us on social media, if there are any chances, I will keep you guys updated on social media. So make sure to follow us on all our social media pages. But in case if you want to stay ahead of the game, I have already shared a detailed plan for it on my VIP group. In fact, I had already given a buy signal when ETH had crashed towards 1,500-ish with same targets you see in this video. But obviously, I cannot share anything in advance here, as it can affect our strategy. But in case any of you who are interested can check out the links in the pinned comment. The joining fee starts at just $6. So that's all about it for this quick chart analysis for Bitcoin. Let me know in the comment section what are your personal targets for ETH in the comment box below. Do you think it will pump or crash directly? The next one.
No paper thrills. Fortunes in my wallet, got that blockchain skill. Making money at the speed of light, feel the thrill.